Hello again guys, it's Carly from the Poetry of Nice, and today we are going to talk about how often do you really need to share on Poshmark to get sales? First things first, if you're new to this channel, welcome. It is so nice to have you. This is a channel all about reselling online. I sell on Poshmark, eBay and Etsy, and I do it part-time at the moment while I am also a stay-at-home mom to 3 boys under 5, so it gives me the opportunity to stay home and raise my kids, but also to contribute financially to my family. And this is money that pays for things like vacations, paying off debt, and all kinds of other stuff that we may need along the way. I absolutely love to resell, and I love to share my journey with you guys. So this channel is all about haul videos, the things that I buy to sell online, sales videos, so I can show you how much those items actually sell for, because that's really important. And also some how-to, some tutorials, some tips, and some day in the life stuff as well, just along the way, sharing my experiences as I learn more and grow my business selling online. If that sounds interesting to you, I would love it if you would go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. It would be awesome if you would like to come back and hang out, watch some more videos, join our little community in the comments, and don't forget to say hi. When I talk about sharing, I'm referring to sharing items in your closet and sharing other people's items. I feel like reflection on this is often quite anecdotal, and that's kind of what this is going to be today. But it's mostly based on experience, and I have been altering how much I'm sharing my own items, how often I'm sharing my full closet, compared to just like sections of my closet and things like that on a day-to-day basis, and I've been taking note of how that may have affected my sales. Of course, it depends how many people are active on the app on that day. It depends if the right person saw my item at the right time and decided to buy. I'm also active with sending out offers to likers, so that can affect whether or not an item that I shared that somebody has liked sells as well. But overall, I feel like I've found a sweet spot when it comes to sharing my closet on Poshmark on a daily basis. I found that routine helps a lot with this. I'm able to keep myself accountable by keeping a checklist every single day, so I note off how often I share things, whether it be the first 30 items of my closet, because I like to rearrange my closet when I list new items and keep certain things towards the top. I do that because when other people share my items, which is also inclusive in the sharing video, it matters, they will share my most prominent items because they're at the top of my closet. And so I feel like that's a handy tool for getting the things that I really want to get out there. Maybe they're higher priced items or better brands, things that might attract people to come and take a second look at my closet. They're going to be shared more often because anybody stopping by, or some of the people that we habitually each day share each other's closets, they're going to get those out there for me more so than if I was just to sit and share my entire closet 1 or 2 times a day. So I've played around a little bit as well about when to share my closet. I've done it first thing in the morning, around lunchtime, around dinner time, in the evening, and honestly I really think it just depends. I personally have found that in the morning and in the evening works really well for me. I have set myself a goal to list my closet 3 times in full. Now I have getting up there to close to like 500 items in my closet, so this isn't any small feat. It takes about 15 minutes for me to share my entire closet, which doesn't sound like much, but truth be told, it's very monotonous, even though it's a very useful tool for sharing on Poshmark. And in that time, I'm always feeling like I can be doing something else, whether it is listing other items and cross-posting them, so I have them on several platforms. By the way, if you're wondering what cross-posting is and how I do it, I'm going to link a video right around here so that you can see exactly what I mean about that. Or I could be photographing items or just doing just about anything else, I think, at that point. But it's so important, in my opinion, to get your closet shared. Sharing a closet is what allows these items to go out into the news feed. That way, the more followers you have, or the more that people follow you and share your items for you, it goes out to their followers. On and on, it snowballs until your item is in front of thousands of pairs of eyes, and therefore the opportunity for it to sell to the right buyer goes up. I have found, however, that I am missing that goal right now. I am not hitting sharing 3 times a day. I think that's just because, again, like, I also have a weird thing about starting to share my closet and then stopping halfway through. Does anybody else have that? Is that just like Poshmark problems? I don't know. Regardless, it's difficult for me to walk away once I've started it, and it's also difficult for me being home with the kids, finding solid chunks of 15 minutes where I don't have to walk away, because let's face it, when you have young kids, there is something that pops up every minute and a half that is going to be needing your attention and for you to get up and go deal with. So I'm pretty much limited to first thing in the morning when they're eating breakfast and they're like still sedated from sleep, and then in the evening when they're in bed. So that's kind of reduced me to sharing 2 times a day. And I actually have found that since I've been consistent sharing 2 times a day, that is my sweet spot. I mentioned that earlier in the video, that I feel like I have discovered through experience, anecdotally, an amount of time that I need to share that brings in consistent sales. And by that I mean daily sales, at least 1 sale every day. It is rare at this point that I go a day without having a sale. It does happen, that's life. You know, reselling online, we all get crickets occasionally, but for the most part I'm selling at least 1 item a day. So to me, sharing twice a day my full closet from the bottom to the top, so it stays in the order that I placed it in the morning and the evening, is really where it's at. Sometimes it'll be around breakfast time, sometimes it'll be mid-morning, sometimes it'll creep closer to lunch, but it's still in that morning portion of the day. And then when it comes to the evening, it's usually when I sit down at the end of the day, I'm talking like 8:30 or something like that. I'll sit on the couch and I'll just go ahead and share. However, I will say this, it's not just about the sharing in my experience. In my opinion, you then need to go ahead and follow up on those interactions with people. So what that means to me is that once I've shared my closet, I'm almost straight away going onto the app in my phone. By the way, top tip, if you're sharing your closet, it's way easier to do it on a laptop or a desktop using a mouse. It is so much easier, so much faster to get clicking than it is to do it on your phone and wait for the app to load each time. So if you're wondering how to speed up your sharing process on Poshmark, give it a go on a laptop or a desktop and let me know if it's faster for you as well. So I'm hopping straight back on that app pretty much as soon as I finish sharing, and I am following up on likes. So I am very proactive when it comes to sending out offers. I price my items a little bit higher, or very much towards the top end of the market value, so that I have plenty of room to be able to be flexible and negotiable when it comes to my prices. I actually like to send them out almost immediately, not because I'm trying to be pushy, but because, like, me personally with my buying habits, and I've found this working for the most part with people buying from my closet as well. When I've seen an item and I've liked it enough that I'm interested and I kind of like it, so I can sort of bookmark it, as it were, while I either look at other items that are similar or I just kind of contemplate it. If somebody sends me an offer through right away and that item is on my mind, like I'm thinking of it, I'm sort of considering a purchase, and they come straight in with an offer, a good offer as well. I'm not talking like, hey, I'll give you free shipping and $2 off. Although that is viable. I'm not knocking you if that's your business practice. But I'm saying that if there's a decent offer that has, I can see it visually reduced, again, the beauty of pricing to the top end of market value or even a little bit higher is it gives you that opportunity to give a discount to a buyer, and there's a perceived saving there, even if you're still sitting at around market value when all is said and done. So I go ahead and send out those offers to likers immediately, and oftentimes that will result in a sale, which is fantastic. So I'm interacting right away after sharing my closet, making sure that I'm following up on any kind of activity that I get from putting all those items out into my newsfeed. The next thing I'm going to mention when it comes to sharing is my absolute top advice is to find yourself PFFs. It stands for Poshmark Friends Forever. And what that means basically is like a tribe, if you will. I have several people now that every single day we share each other's closet. We don't share full closets, although some people are amazing and they do go ahead and like posh bomb and share all kinds of stuff. It's nice to do that for each other once in a while if you've got the time and the energy. Go ahead and share some items with somebody else and make their day. But what that means is that I can rely on them, that if I'm not getting going in the morning, I'm sort of behind, I'm doing something with the kids, I know that my closet is getting shared and it's getting out there, my store is waking up, and right back at them. Like, I get up in the morning, I have my coffee, and before I even share my own stuff, I'm sharing some items from these handful of people every single day that I go in, and I do that with their closet. Also, depending on how many followers each person has, your item is definitely getting out there to more eyes than it would be if it was just you sharing with your amount of followers. So I would definitely recommend trying to reach out. I did this just by making some friends on Instagram or finding closets that I really liked and just proactively listing for them without expecting anything in return. And then eventually they kind of caught on and they would do it back, and we would go back and forth, and now we're in a wonderful rhythm where we are sharing each other's items on a daily basis. And that pretty much concludes my video on how often I choose to share on Poshmark. in a way that makes me feel like I get that consistent daily sales and activity, something that I can work with and grow as my reseller business cranks up a notch. If you like this video, I would love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please do hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you come back and hang out, and please do say hello and let me know that you're new in the comments so that I can say hello back. Don't forget to mention down in the comments as well, what is your opinion when it comes to sharing on Poshmark? Do you do it daily? Do you do it multiple times? Do you do it just portions of your closet? Do you change around your closet a lot so different items are being shared by different people every time they come in? Do you have any techniques that you would share with us and that you feel like work for you as you're getting more activity in your Poshmark closet? I would love to hear it. That would be great. All right, you guys, I will catch you next time, and I hope you have an amazing week. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, guys.